my pleasure now to invite my esteemed colleague, Dimple Kaulji, who is Director of Academic Programs. In this multifaceted role, Dimplji performs many things, out of which one important thing is she leads programs on the INDICA courses, which many of you are aware of. It offers transformative learning programs and bridges the gap between modern institutions and traditional gurukulas, which is an important focus area of INDICA. She is an engineer and an MBA, and she has been in the industry for many decades. In many different roles, she's been in telecom, she's been in, she's led programs in cultural initiatives, she's been in strategy. So literally all aspects of modern industry she's worked on, and now she's dedicated to advancing Indian knowledge systems. She runs very many special projects. She connects many dots, brings many people together, and focuses on how to transform the execution of a project into large-scale impact. It's one thing to focus upon projects, it's another thing to focus upon impact. She's been associated with INDICA for many decades, for many years, and she is now going to give an overview on INDICA, an institution for Indian knowledge systems. Dimplji.
Sorry, just some technical stuff. Should I play it again?
I thought with you at the beginning of my talk and I was coming yesterday and I was thinking about what are the aspects that I should talk about. One thing that struck me is that Sanskrit scholars, Shastra scholars, are they naturally prone to transdisciplinary thinking? And how does that happen? That was one aspect that I was thinking. The other thing was that there is this concept called meta thinking. Meta thinking is thinking about thinking. You observe how you think, and then you change this, how you think. So there is research to say that meta thinking promotes transdisciplinary thinking. The reason I was thinking about it is that we have to think about how do we advance. It is not simply enough to preserve, but how do we advance? Then it struck me that perhaps because we have the anchor of Vedanta, of Atman, the Sakshi Bhava, which observes the thoughts, and we are the only culture that has that, we are naturally prone to be meta thinkers. So if you are a Vedantin and if you are practicing and living Vedanta, you have a natural proclivity to be a meta thinker. This, when added to the fact that we have Sanskrit as a perfect language, which has spawned in turn multiple languages, one interesting observation is that the maximum number of polyglots, speakers of multiple languages, are originally Sanskritis. So there's a hypothesis that can be made that Sanskritis have a natural proclivity to be polyglots. But being a polyglot is not enough by itself. What we require is the next stage of becoming a polymath. That means you are capable of multiple skills. So Sanskrit, grammar, Shastras, will enable you to become polyglot. Being a polyglot will have to now become a polymath. This, when coupled with the meta thinking that we have, can make you a transdisciplinary thinker. This is the hypothesis that I want to present to you.
That one idea from Hari Garu, our founder, one of the many ideas he has been giving us over the years, is a timely reminder of how Indian knowledge systems are not relics of the past, but these are timeless, living, breathing frameworks that are meant for our personal and collective well-being. And it's in that spirit that Indica was envisioned to honor, embody, and evolve Indian knowledge systems. Namaste, everyone. My name is Dimple Kaul. A warm welcome to all of you. It's my honor and pleasure to take you through the journey that we've had so far, our vision, our mission, and the work that we do to preserve, promote, propagate Indian knowledge systems in today's world. So at the heart of Indica lies our deep reverence for the wisdom of Indic heritage. My colleague Shivakumarji mentioned it early in the morning when Kantimurti Garu spoke about it, and Nomeshji mentioned that. So our vision is simple yet profound. So to foster health, happiness, and harmony, guided by the timeless wisdom of IKS for all beings. Everyone is welcome, everyone is included. And our mission is to offer unique, authentic, aesthetic, immersive, and transformative learning experiences that enable change makers to realize their potential, passion, and purpose, all of it being anchored in the scaffolding of dharmic pluralism. And how do we bring this vision to life? We have a strategic intent, the integration of Gurukulams and universities. Wherever we feel that there is a divide that exists, we endeavor to bridge that, be it between practitioners and academics, be it between the IKS world or the non-IKS world. That is what we have been aspiring to do through this strategic integrative approach. We are committed to mainstreaming IKS, bringing it to the front, and the reason that you heard smiles and you heard joy in the introductory inaugural welcome when our Kulapati Garu spoke, or even when my colleague Kumar Garu spoke, because a few years ago this wasn't how the case was. So it really gladdens our heart when we see Indian knowledge systems come to the forefront. Shivakumarji mentioned the PM Yuva Project 3, in which the second theme is IKS. So that's been our commitment to mainstream Indian knowledge systems and make it accessible, impactful, relevant for today's world. Our world spans diverse demographies. We have IKS faculty who we cater to. There are scholars, students, children, professionals, householders, and seniors. And we have offerings through our discipline-specific centers. We have books, almost 60 that we've published so far in the last so many years. We have a dedicated online journal called INDICA Today. And of course, we have courses and workshops that we offer both online and in person. Our approach basically is to enable change makers to fulfill their potential, passion, and purpose. This we do through the 6C framework or the 6C strategy. Essentially, I'm just summarizing it because we have a full-fledged session tomorrow by Shivakumarji on this program per se, which is called the Change Makers program. So we champion, connect, coach, collaborate, celebrate, and contribute. Just to give an example, I began with saying that Hariji gave that idea, which was one of the many. So the idea that I showed here was from a convocation address that he delivered a few years ago. And that particular idea was relevant to the Shastra or traditional field. But Hari Kiranji has been a proponent for this transdisciplinary approach for even regular professionals too. I could be considered as a guinea pig for that pilot project of change makers, though we did not name it like that. I mean, just to share a little part of my journey. It was mentioned before I was introduced that I have had a different journey. I had a long corporate career. I was an engineer, did MBA, the works, had a successful career, and then I had an epiphany because of various life circumstances, and I had gotten in touch with INDICA in 2016 September. So I had started volunteering volunteering for them. And from that point of time, this whole encouragement of venturing beyond what was my comfort zone is something that had come from Hariji, who kind of became de facto mentor to me. And I could see other people who had been volunteering for Indica in those initial periods also were encouraged by him. I was so encouraged that I actually left the corporate world to pursue a different education trajectory of liberal arts, and I did another program, etc. So that's the point, is that when I came back, and I did not want to go back to the corporate world, he even gave me an opportunity to start something different. So he ensured that the change, the potential of the change, or the seeds of change that were there in me germinated. So this whole thing, when I said, I'm coming back to the fact that I said I could be considered as a guinea pig, so could be a lot of us who started as volunteers and then, kind of cemented their journey with Indica, is that champion, connect, coach, collaborate, celebrate, contribute, all of these aspects, or at least some of these, have impacted my life. So I stand also here as a testament or a witness to this program working, and the fact that we put it in the shape of a program with a highly qualified professional, my colleague Shivakumar, to spearhead it, actually demonstrates our commitment to it. Talking about the organization, if we were to look at it, we largely are composed of these 4 verticals. We have academics, which include online courses, weekend workshops, masterclasses, overview webinars. We have online symposiums. We have courses based on thesis of research scholars. We also create books from course materials that we curate specifically. We have discipline-specific centers. We also have publications in the form of books and Indica Today. And we have a full-fledged change makers program with a very qualified professional spearheading it. So let's look at academics. So one of the key pillars of our work at Indica is the approach of contextualizing and contemporizing Indian knowledge systems. For us, contextualizing essentially means that we understand the wisdom, the knowledge in its original form, because we believe that there is the nuance and depth to it, and we have enormous respect for it. At the same time, we are committed to also making it relevant to the modern world, the era, its challenges, its problems. So these are some of our ongoing online courses, and I recommend all of you to have a look at these and do try and enroll in whichever vibes with you. You can see that we actually go across the spectrum of Indian knowledge systems. There's not just one particular field. We try to cover as much as possible. Coming back to the fact about contextualizing IK, so these are few courses that we had curated in the past to ensure that the current audience gets to know more about it, gets to engage with it. And then we talk about contemporizing it. So for example, people know about Ayurveda. When they know about Ayurveda, we introduced something like plant-based Ayurvedic nutrition, Indic psychology, Indian approach to research methodology, Tantra Yukti, the Indian method of thesis reconstruction, Indic cultural anthropology, leadership lessons. This is just one example. I mean, we've curated more than 130 courses in the last 4 years. More examples of, like even doing comparative culture study, lessons from Puranas for management, temple management in the Agama Shastras. What are the lessons there that people could glean from them and deploy in the current scenarios? In terms of publications, we've published 59 books, and this year we should be coming out with 3 more. Again, the range is enormous. There's philosophy, there is textbooks, there is fiction, non-fiction, we have anthologies, and most of our books are by subject matter experts. In more than one instance, we have specifically gone out to the scholar requesting them to curate a book for us. All of these books are available in the retail, both physical and online. Just examples. Indica Today is our online journal. It has a lot of content, 3,000 plus articles on IKS itself. So we have organized it for easy read of the audience. So we have quick reads and we have long reads for them. We feature conversations with authors, scholars, practitioners. We also publish research papers. We have book reviews on it, and we also have content in Indian languages. We've started with Telugu, we have Hindi, we have English for now, and we plan to take it further in the next few years. If we look at our centers, we have the Center for Ayurveda Studies, Bhasha Studies, Center for Embodied Knowledge, Center for Heritage, the Institute of Indic Wisdom, Jurisprudence Studies, Moksha Studies, Museums, Polytheism Studies, Indic Films, Soft Power Studies, Shaiva Studies, and Yoga Studies. So I talked about academics, I talked about centers. We do not act in isolation. So there are offerings that are created from each of these centers, and then we disseminate it through courses, through workshops. Also, these centers from time to time have certain landmark programs or events that they organize. For example, we have the Oneness Festival, which is celebrated every year by the Center for Moksha Studies. We have the Yoga Utsav that the Yoga Studies Center organizes. So there are independent events and there are collaborations that also occur from in between the organization. Who we are essentially is also driven by the people who are a part of it. So we have thinkers, transdisciplinary professionals, visionaries, research scholars who are there. Hari Kiranji is our founder, our guiding light, our Kulapati, the venerable, amazing polymath, Dr. Nagaraj Paturi Garu. Dr. Yogini Deshpande is the editor for INDICA Today. Abhinav Agarwal takes care of the books vertical. I also chip in for the books from time to time. Shivakumar GVG, he spearheads the Changemakers program. These are other centers, leaders that we have. I talked about yoga, polytheism, Indic films, Institute of Indic Wisdom, so on. So just a quick recap of what we have been up to in the last 10 years. We've offered almost 137 courses on IKS through 83 SMEs or subject matter experts. We've been able to reach out to 3,000 plus learners. We have a repository online of 3,000 IKS articles, and as I speak, it keeps growing. We've published 59 books, few more are on the anvil. We've organized 25 conferences, 25 symposiums. We've had 500 plus presenters, 400 speakers participate in our various online and on-ground events in the last 10 years. We have a program called Grateful to Gurus. Every Guru Purnima, we venerate the gurus who have been nominated by their shishyas. So we call for applications and then we felicitate them from time to time, which is it could either be a one big event in Chennai that we held last year, or we have city-specific events. As I mentioned, there's a Oneness Festival that is an annual feature. We have a Festival of Yoga. We have an Indic Films Utsav. And we have also curated IKS content free online for consumption. So I would really encourage you to look us up on YouTube. We have 3 channels. One is our parent Indica channel. Then there's Indica Moksha and Indica Yoga. We've had the good fortune to serve institutions and individuals through grants. A couple of initiatives that we've been able to serve include Tenali Pariksha, Brihat. There's one scholar in Europe, Shantala. Then we help the Heritage Trust, Wheelbum Foundation, Index Explorer, Mindmakers Publications. And in terms of individuals, the way we support them is maybe they want to attend a conference, they need a ChatGPT subscription, perhaps they need a travel grant or maybe a PhD fees. So these are just few ways in which, and I've just counted just a few of these. Normally we do not talk about it publicly, but this is the close gathering of fraternity, so we just wanted to showcase this part as well. So this is something that happened last year. So the work we've done, these are the blessings that come and make it all worthwhile for us. So last year, Sri Harikiran Vadlamani Garu was awarded the Satya Sai Award for Human Excellence in Education for starting INDICA and 2 other organizations. And at the AIOC that was conducted last year, the 51st one, our Kulapati Garu was conferred with the title of Bharatiya Vidya Vibhuti, and that's what you heard Shivakumarji refer to him as in the morning. Some memories, I talked about offerings, so workshops, these meta retreats that we've conducted, weekend workshops. This is a particular IKS workshop that we had curated in Bangalore. Another event, Tenali Pariksha, recently we had the convocation on the 9th of March. The second picture is a glimpse of our Grateful to Gurus program in Chennai that was conducted last August. And this is what I mentioned very recently. So this is what we do. We will keep doing it. That is our commitment. We look forward to collaborate with you, seek your support, and please reach out to us and see how we can help you if you are a change maker, if you know a potential change maker, if you know of certain organizations that would like to fund IKS initiatives. We are a non-profit trust with ATG certification, so please feel free to guide your philanthropist friends and colleagues to come our way, and let's keep propelling this journey of IKS together. Thank you very much. Namaste. Any questions? If you're feeling shy right now, that's all right. You can just look me up on the anvil and we'll talk. Namaste.
I consider Harikiran Badlamani Garu as my mentor. I started my research on temples and on our warrior ancestors since the last 19 years. And I have written a book called Saffron Swords. Now it is available in 2 volumes. Each volume has 52 episodes of Indic resistance to invaders. So the first book, Saffron Swords Part 1, Indic Academy promoted this book. Means the Indic Academy helped me disseminate the research work that I have done, disseminate the information of our warrior ancestors across Bharat. And I'm very thankful to Indic Academy for this gesture. Today, what I am today, Indic Academy has shaped me. Thank you so much.
That is so gracious of you, Manushi. You are a part of the INDICA family and will continue to remain so. And Manushi ji has written a plethora of books. She's an avid researcher, and she actually travels across the country finding ancient temples. So please do follow her work online. Thank you so much, Manushi. Yes, Assamese are the best.